Have you ever stood at the peak of success and felt completely empty? You've got what most people dream of: a great job, a six-figure salary, admiration from everyone around you. But inside, there's just a cold, quiet void. You're not alone, and this story is for you. This is the journey of Ethan, a software engineer in Silicon Valley who seemed to have it all until one truth shattered the illusion. And what changed his life wasn't a leadership seminar or another motivational influencer. It was a 2,000-year-old book of philosophy. This is a story about Stoicism and how it helped one man rediscover himself in the middle of a modern career storm. A real story, one that inspires, and maybe, just maybe, it will make you ask yourself, what does success really mean? Take a breath, sit with me, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get started. Ethan Blake was the kind of guy most people assumed had it all figured out. At 34, he was a senior software engineer at one of San Francisco's hottest AI startups, earning a six-figure salary with stock options that made his college friends green with envy. But none of that mattered at 3 a.m. when he lay awake in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering if he'd ever feel anything but exhausted. Every day felt like war: constant meetings, product launches, shifting deadlines, and the silent pressure to be the smartest guy in the room. He hadn't called his parents in weeks. His last relationship ended with a text message. And somewhere along the way, he had stopped writing code for fun, the very thing that made him fall in love with tech. The irony? He was successful. At least that's what everyone said. It wasn't until his heart pounded uncontrollably during a team presentation, his first panic attack, that Ethan admitted something had to change. After a short leave from work and a lot of internal wrestling, Ethan stumbled upon a book at a used bookstore in the Mission District. It was dusty, leather-bound, and barely cost $3. The title? Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. He didn't expect much. Ancient philosophy wasn't exactly what a stressed-out software engineer turned to. But one night, after skipping yet another dinner, he cracked it open. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The sentence hit him like a sledgehammer. For the first time in months, Ethan didn't feel helpless. The anxiety, the burnout, the chaos, they weren't the enemy. His reaction to them was, he began to devour more. Seneca, Epictetus, modern Stoics like Ryan Holiday. But he wasn't just reading, he was applying. Every morning he woke up and asked himself a new question. What can I control today? Back at work, things hadn't changed. The deadlines were still brutal. The product manager was still aggressive. But Ethan had changed. He started using what he called his Stoic startup strategy. It was simple. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. Embrace discomfort. It means you're growing. Detach from outcomes. Measure yourself by your effort, not the results. Focus on your character, not your title, not your reputation. Just who you are. He kept a journal. Every night, he would write down the day's chaos and ask himself, what virtue did I practice today? Where did I lose composure? What will I do differently tomorrow? And then something strange happened. People started noticing. Ethan wasn't trying to impress anyone anymore, but he became the guy others turned to when the project hit the fan. He didn't panic. He didn't blame. He asked better questions. When a new junior engineer, Carla, joined the team and froze during a demo, Ethan didn't critique her. He shared a story about the first time he broke a live server, on launch day. And then he told her what he'd learned. He became the calm in the storm. It wasn't long before his manager asked him to lead a critical, high-pressure initiative, migrating the platform's core infrastructure in just 90 days. I think you're the only one who won't lose his mind doing it, she said. Halfway through the migration project, things went south. A vendor API changed unexpectedly, breaking critical integrations. The team was already running on fumes. Late one night, Ethan found himself back at his desk, the same room that once suffocated him. But this time, he didn't spiral. He pulled out a card he kept on his desk with 3 Stoic reminders. Amor fati, love fate, premeditatio malorum, expect everything to go wrong, memento mori, remember you will die. They weren't morbid, they were clarifying. He stood up, took a deep breath, and rallied his team with a calm that surprised even him. We can't control what just happened, he said, but we can control how we move forward, and we're going to build something better. They shipped on time, but that wasn't the win. The win was that Ethan didn't burn out doing it. The team didn't crack. They grew. Ethan's role shifted from senior engineer to tech lead, and eventually to director of engineering within the next year. More important than any title, though, was how he felt when he woke up each morning. He had his mornings back. Sunlight, journaling, black coffee, and intention. He spoke to his parents weekly. He began mentoring other engineers on more than just code. He taught them how to think clearly, live wisely, and lead with purpose. When someone asked him what turned things around, he'd say the same thing every time. I stopped trying to control the world and started mastering my response to it. Ethan's story isn't extraordinary because of the promotions or the salary. It's powerful because he learned to succeed without losing his soul. In a world obsessed with hustle, prestige, and external metrics, he found freedom in something internal, virtue. And that's what Stoicism offers to anyone, engineer or artist, CEO or intern. You are not your job. You are your choices. You don't control outcomes. You control your effort. You won't always win, but you can always respond with wisdom. If this story sparks something in you, a quiet fire, a moment of stillness, or the courage to take one step closer to who you really are, then you're in the right place. We're building a space for thinkers, dreamers, and doers, for those who seek depth in a world full of noise. If that sounds like you, hit the like button, drop a comment to share your thoughts or your own story. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to come. See you in the next one.